Huge thank you to Warner Brothers for flying me out to LA for an early hands-on with Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. It was such an incredible opportunity to actually talk to the developers behind this game and, just get to know them as people. It was really nice to see so much passion and love for this game and the industry as a whole. What I will show you in this video is some of my own personal gameplay that I was able to capture at this event. There is some stuff that I got to experience that I can't actually show in a video for various reasons, but one of them being that I did experience some technical difficulties with the TV that I was using. It had absolutely nothing to do with the game. It was just when I was playing, the TV would just occasionally shut down completely. It did not take away any of the fun that I was experiencing with the game, but it did cause me to kind of leave my flow state and kind of relearn things as I was going. There is some other stuff here that I want to mention before jumping in. First things first, this is all just my own personal opinion on my experience playing this game early. Take mine with a grain of salt. As always, I recommend watching as many videos as you can to come to your own personal conclusion. Also, I am not a dev, so I don't understand the back end of the mechanics and what goes into actually creating a game. I can just give you the experience of someone on the player side of things. Even as of recording this right now, I am still very, very new to the DC universe. I just started playing the Batman Arkham games around the time of this event, actually. So if I mispronounce anything, that's why. Also, if you do not want any gameplay or potential plot spoilers, I highly recommend skipping this video for now. Once again, thank you so much Warner Brothers and Rocksteady for hanging out with me and letting me play Suicide Squad early. Alright, let's get to the good stuff. In Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, you assume the roles of 4 notorious supervillains, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and King Shark. Amanda Waller assembles this unlikely team, tasking them with stopping the alien invader Brainiac and eliminating Justice League members under his control. The game is set in the vast open world of Metropolis, and this was my first time getting to see any sort of depiction of this city, so that was fun. The game offers both solo play, where players can seamlessly switch between characters while the AI controls the rest, and a 4-player co-op mode. I found Deadshot the easiest to pick up right off the bat, excelling in ranged attacks and up-close encounters. Plus, he can kind of fly, so that was cool enough for me. Captain Boomerang with his unique blinking boomerang traversal, which is honestly super cool to see. It offered kind of a challenge for me initially, but once I mastered it, it added such a delightful dynamic to the gameplay. King Shark, a melee tank character, and Harley Quinn, one of my favorite DC villains ever. They were both very enjoyable to play. However, in my extremely personal opinion here, Harley was very difficult for me to pick up on. Especially in her traversal, I found her to be vertically faster with her grapple skill, but had a much harder time keeping her momentum going horizontally. I felt very clumsy with her compared to the other characters, but if you end up maining Harley Quinn, you might find the opposite to be true, or you're just a god amongst men, because I definitely was not that. But I have a funny story about that actually. I was speaking to one of the developers about my harder time picking up Harley Quinn, and they literally told me that if you find her slow, it's because you haven't figured her out yet. To which I replied, challenge accepted. The game's cutscenes, laced with humor and banter between characters, had me bursting into laughter multiple times. The interactions between the characters out in the world and in cutscenes added so much depth and context to the DC universe, introducing me to a host of new characters because I'm still very, very new to the DC universe. The game included emotes from dancing to giving high fives to straight up denying that high five, all of it adding an extra layer of interaction between teammates, providing opportunities for both friendly encouragement and downright trolling. It was definitely hard not to notice the game's nod to the Arkham series, from combat and traversal to combos and cinematic takedowns. The combat with its flow state, if you know, you know. It felt like a love letter to those familiar with the Arkham games. I personally found the counterattack mechanics to be a bit confusing at first, with an extra step required that I wasn't expecting, but my desire to keep playing and practicing the combat overshadowed any initial frustration. Lastly, the mind-blowing, huge map of Metropolis is both awe-inspiring and deeply overwhelming. If you're like me and you get easily overstimulated, you're gonna want to buckle up for this one. Despite any setbacks that I had experienced during my early hands-on recording session, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was still an exciting and immersive gaming experience. Even for someone like me who is still so new to the DC fandom, I could see veteran DC and Arkham fans, and really anyone who loves video games, getting hours of fun out of this game, both playing with their friends or by themselves. I remember leaving the event and all I could think about was wanting to play again so that I could learn how to get better at it. The combat and the traversal and really the gameplay in general, from the little that I do remember, because I did play this a while ago. I'm not a part of the beta or alpha testing or anything like that, but it was really unique. And that's the best way to describe it. Words can only describe it so well. It's something that you really have to play yourself to understand. Anyway, I do have another really funny story about this. So getting invited to this event was honestly such a shock for me. I had not played any Rocksteady games at that point. Before the invite, for weeks, I was planning on starting up the Batman Arkham games for the first time, but they said they had no idea. So the timing was just really weird, and I was so grateful for all of it because I learned so much about the DC universe while I was there. At lunch, we were all kind of geeking out about the game and just about the universe in general. And with where I am now with my knowledge on the DC lore and the Batman specific lore, I feel like a different person. And the whole experience just got me super excited about this game, which really was not on my radar before, if I'm being honest, but I can say that that all changed when I was invited to come play it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and at least found it helpful or informative, but at least I hope you found it entertaining. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you when I see you, or maybe I'll see you in any of my Batman Arkhamverse videos. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm just gonna hop off for the day. I am done with computers. I am going to continue reading this new comic book that I just got sent to me, Batgirl Year 1. I have been so addicted to reading comic books recently. Look at all the colors in the panels. Isn't that so cool? All right, guys, see you next time.